My fellow meatbags, the ability to stake your essence on the platform, or as I like to refer to it as essence staking, is about to get an upgrade. And I am not talking about those Web3 nerds who are afraid to take their shirts off while they swim in the liquidity pool. And I'm definitely not talking about that time you ordered your essence steak well done. Even non-chefs know that essence steak must be cooked at medium. You uncultured swine. And if you're sitting there wondering, WTF is even essence staking? I would ask, do you even essence, bro? Essence staking in Earth2 is locking away your essence or your in-game currency for a specific period of time. Just like in Web3, where staking crypto can earn you more of that crypto. Not something I've personally tried or even know how to do. Staking essence in Earth2 means locking up that essence for X amount of time to potentially earn more essence in the future and or potentially other additional perks. But there are different variations when it comes to essence lockup types. Earth2 CEO Shane Isaac has discussed at least 2 of these, with the first being value-based lockups and the second being essence quantity-based lockups. And we'll quickly run through those. In value-based essence lockups, the essence staking might require a certain dollar value worth of essence. So for example, if essence was worth $69 a pop and you needed $100 worth of essence, you would need less than 2 essence. While quantity-based essence lockups won't care about the value of essence, they'll just care about the amount of essence you're using. So for example, again, if something needs 1,000 essence, it doesn't matter whether or not it's worth 69 cents or $420 a token. You'll still need 1,000 essence. Now, with that said, there has been at least 2 specific examples given for staking within the Earth2 platform, and that's broadcasting and Mentar staking. Now, broadcasting, as I understand it, basically plays advertisements to players who are waiting to play minigames on a specific property, assuming broadcasting has been set up on that property. This would allow the property owner to earn a share of the revenue generated by this annoying advertisement. Now, the effectiveness of the ad revenue generated will likely depend on several factors, including what tier the broadcaster is. And broadcasters can be created and upgraded using resources. And if you're wondering when this is going to come out, based on Shane's Discord and Twitter responses, it seems like we can expect broadcasting early 2025. You can find out more information about broadcasting in the white paper. Now, the second, which I find far more interesting, is the ability to lock up essence in your Mentars. And if this sounds familiar, Shane has been dropping hints on the subject since June. And I'm sure we will get more official information as we get closer, but let's speculate for now. Now, you might be wondering, what do you get for staking your essence for X amount of time? And I say X amount of time because those were the words Shane used. So though we don't know how long you might have to lock away your essence, we do know there is likely a set amount of minimum time that you must lose access to it. And though we don't know a lot about what you get for staking essence, we do know some things, like Mentars with staked essence having the ability to attract better things, like good looks on somebody with a terrible personality. But we don't know in full what attracts better things means yet. But we do know that properties with Mentars that have staked essence have the ability to attract more ether, which in turn means more essence, which is great for those of us who suck at raiding. Huzzah! But there may also be additional perks that Shane indirectly mentioned. Like when Shane was asked what type of properties players would seek out to participate in minigames on. And he answered that players may seek out properties with better rewards, better loot, and or harder enemies. And I can't help but wonder if this is something that staked Mentars will offer. And when I hear better loot, I start to itch, because it reminds me of the early days of the website where it talked about players exploring the earth and finding loot. But if they found loot, the owner of the land would get a small portion of the reward as well, which to me means that players who are exploring might prefer areas of land that have staked essence. And I don't imagine this would just benefit random explorers on virtual land you own. I think this would also benefit the property owners in a more direct way. Do you guys remember our beloved Ranger civilian that Earth2 introduced to us and the Earth2 civilian lore deep dive video? Well, Ranger civilians were described as having the ability to tend to your land and discover things that might periodically spawn on your property. So I imagine with a staked Mentar, they could periodically discover better things that are discovered on your property. Huh? Side note, Earth2, if we don't get a Ranger civilian that has a bow and arrow, then what are we even doing? We got Walker, Texas Space Ranger, but if we don't get a Lego Lost Ranger, then I don't even know why we're here. Next, I know the question on your mind. How much essence is required for Mentar staking? Well, I have that answer, and it's, I don't know. But Shane responded to another player on X, in which he stated that some of these lockups will be based on the quantity of essence, and not the value. He then went on to list specific quantities of essence as an example. The specific quantities of essence he used in his example were 1,000, 5,000, and 10,000 essence. Now, some users locked in on these values and are absolutely convinced these are the values needed for different tiers of benefits when it comes to Mentar staking on your property. But honestly, we don't know. Finally, there's a lot of speculation as to when this Mentar staking system might launch. Now, we don't have a ton of insight here, but Shane has referred to it as the incoming staking system, which to me suggests it's right around the corner. He also mentioned that this was initially scheduled to release with the mechanics of the first Earth2 minigame, but that he decided to fast track it, which to me suggests that we will have this system before we are in the Earth2 platform, which is awesome. And because Shane mentioned that this system was supposed to release in tandem with the Earth2 minigames, beyond Ether production, it makes me think that this system will really be the differentiating factor when it comes to what makes minigames unique on different properties. All in all, this whole thing seems like a win-win to me. I personally didn't know what to do with my essence on the platform other than burn a ton of it on upgrading land and buying skins. I'd much rather stake my essence inside of the platform as opposed to outside of the platform. And this is very appealing to guys on the platform who don't want to get involved in the world of Web3. And as Essence utility continues to expand, as more players decide to stake their essence within the platform, those who like to sell their essence will likely benefit as well. As I assumed the value would go up, but I suck at math, so good luck. Godspeed. We got a long road ahead with the potential No Man's Sky trajectory. Don't slip, fall, and accidentally buy tiles. It's a serious medical addiction. Condition. Like, subscribe, make my Nana proud, and if you would like to see Shane's comments, I'll include a link to my X in the description down below.